Hello, this is Nick Stewart from Exclusive Hot Properties, and today we're going to be talking about our overview of the UK property market for May 2020. So welcome. So very simply, obviously the UK market is going to be impacted by COVID-19, as almost every market is going to. However, when you're looking about markets that are going to bounce back and have medium to long-term growth, you want to look at the fundamentals, and the UK fundamentals are very good. The number one fundamental that you should be aware of is that it's projected the population in the UK will be 71 million by 2031, and there is going to be, without a doubt, a huge undersupply of property. That's already being exacerbated by COVID-19 and the fact that new applications for new housing are not being processed by the councils, and then unlikely to be processed by the councils probably until September time, which is going to further delay the market. But as I said, the investment fundamentals are very good. There's going to be a demand for new homes. There's also this actual COVID is actually going to create a demand for new homes. In that probably people have been locked up in their houses for a month and a bit, as we talked about, but probably the time this is all over, it's probably not going to be completely over till September. So it's going to be, and with social distancing, so it's going to be quite a thing for people to want to get out of their houses and maybe change to a bigger house. But saying all of that, what I expect to happen is that you will see property prices probably go down a bit, and you will probably see one or two distressed sales, because there are going to be people who are going to be adversely affected by this COVID-19, by business. I mean, you only have to look at Virgin Atlantic getting rid of 3,000 jobs. So those 3,000 people are obviously going to be in a worse position than they were before COVID-19 happened. That's just one example. But once the market rebounds, and once any distressed sales are taken from the market, my view is that the market will bounce back, and medium to long term, you can't beat the fundamentals. This is illustrated perfectly in two very good reports, which I've linked to on the blog, which is related to this video blog. Two articles, one from Savills and one from Knight Frank. Please take it, quite long-winded, but please take a time to have a look at the articles, and they're more or less supporting what I'm saying here in this video blog. Right, so okay, if we believe that the market is going to medium term, where do you invest? Well, the UK has lots of hotspots, hotspots at the moment. I picked three for the purpose of this video blog. So the three, some of them will surprise you and some of them won't surprise you. The number one choice still has to be Manchester. Even though it's seen a lot of growth, the growth doesn't look like dying down anytime soon. And if you're in the buy-to-let market, which is what most of our investors are in the UK, there's a huge demand for luxury property on a buy-to-let basis from jobs that are being created in Manchester city centre, and they're looking for good housing, good quality housing, and the yields are. The great thing about Manchester is the yields are 5 to 6%, but cost of finance, which is something we didn't really sort of cover, that you have in the UK compared to say markets like Thailand or the Philippines, is you can borrow money. And you can borrow money now at sort of 3.5%. So basically, as long as your yield is more than the cost of funds, the cost of borrowing money, as an investor, that's a very good place to be. So Manchester is definitely it's at the top end of the price market, but it's a very good place to invest. Then number two would be Liverpool. Liverpool, again, please look at JLL reports recently. Liverpool have two major factors going for them. Liverpool Waters, which has been developed, which is the home of the new Everton Stadium when that gets off the ground. And it's a whole redevelopment of that whole area, and that's going to be extremely nice and extremely luxurious. And secondly, you have what I would describe as the Baltic Triangle area, where you have some nice new hotels like Epic Hotel. There's going to be a lot of accommodation, a lot of buy-to-let, very nice properties in that area that sort of adjoin the Knowledge Quarter, student accommodation, etc., etc. So in Liverpool, there's quite a nice range of investments. You have buy-to-let, but you have student accommodation, you have hotel room investment. So there's quite a few nice choices. And the great thing about Liverpool, for the smaller low-key investors, you can basically you can invest in Liverpool from £100,000 upwards. So Liverpool is a very, very attractive place to invest. Finally, I picked Luton, but you could pick any other town, even on the Kent side of the M25, anywhere around the M25. But Luton has a lot of great fundamentals. But the number one fundamental is the town itself, the infrastructure of the town, and the fact it's only 25 minutes on the train and you're in King's Cross in London to work. So it's a great commutable town, has a lot of fundamentals going for it. And we see a lot of property growth already. Plus, again, yields will be good. Again, here it's primarily a buy-to-let market. That's people who want to move maybe outside of London, or maybe people who are a bit further out from London would like to come into London without moving fully into London. But as I said, there are lots of different areas around the M25, but right now, Luton would be my preferred destination if you were picking a M25 corridor buy-to-let investment. Okay, so I hope this little video blog has helped, and please read the full blog because that goes into more details, and please reference those reports that I went into earlier. If you need anything else, please feel free to contact me or one of my team, and we'll only be too happy to help. Following this blog, you'll see our contact information, so you should find it very easy to contact us. Bye for now, and thanks very, very much for listening. Thank you.